Welcome in GPS to God. We are glad that you are here with us. And we got the Dream Team back together. We got a couple versions of the Dream Team maybe, but we got the Dream Team today. Daniel Sanders, Stefano Patterson, Ryan Gotro, Russell Mundy. We're here to bring you all the action, none of the fuss.
Sorry.
Stefano's fussing with the microphone, but that's going to be all right.
I did. I pulled a
Get
Ryan.
it all worked out.
I pulled a Ryan.
Pulled a Ryan.
And we got a bunch of dreamy guys here today, so that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about some dreams, one way or another. We'll get to it, but we're glad you're with us. Check us out, Instagram. We have a website, all that cool kind of stuff. Make sure you tell your friends. Leave us a rating, review, something. Like us. Drop us a like. We appreciate it. We appreciate all of you. Fellas, how's it been? It's been a while.
It's been forever.
It's been a while. I was trying to think the last because y'all did a couple.
People don't see,
I think the last one.
Like when this releases and we just rolled, episode 89, 90, 91, 92, they just keep on rolling. They don't know for us. It's been a long time. Like Russell's talked about it. What do those people know or what do they not know that's going to happen?
Behind the scenes.
Yeah.
We're all
Super
caught
Bowl.
up now.
All
caught up now. Yeah, I guess. No.
For us, it's been
It'll come
several
out on Monday.
months.
It won't be the Super Bowl yet.
Oh, this is not coming out this Monday.
Oh, it's not. All right, well, it might be the Super Bowl.
Yeah, the Super Bowl will have been over with by the time this comes out. So, we could talk about the Super Bowl is upon us. We have
It is.
a week and a half away.
Do we need to make predictions?
So who's in it? The Chiefs and the
Chiefs and
49ers are in it. Stefano's Eagles did not make it, unfortunately.
Did not. Can't make it every year. It's
But Chiefs, 49ers, who do we think is going to win? Who wants to?
Kansas City. By
I think it's going to be Kansas City by a mile.
14 or something.
Pretty big
I would-
spread.
I'm to the point with Mahomes than I am with Alabama that don't like him, but
Got to pick him till he gets beat.
just like Brady till he retires, I guess. Don't like it.
Mahomes won a championship for me this year in fantasy football, so
Sweet.
I'm gonna keep riding with him.
Oh, I'm going to pick the 49ers just to do something different, and I don't know.
Not a bad pick.
Yeah.
It was- I mean, it's,
I'm just picking Kansas City because they have Taylor Swift on their side now.
Hey, they do have that. The NFL's got like 350 million more viewers just because of Taylor Swift.
All those wives and daughters watching
Wonder if,
football
wonder
now
if
with
they've
Daddy.
broken up by the time this comes out.
Ooh, that's a good
think
one.
he's going to propose
No.
if they win the Super Bowl.
I don't know about
I think
that.
that's like a prop. I
That's
think that's
pretty soon.
I think that's a prop bet.
She. I'm
Is it
sure
really?
is. She's not going to break up with him before the Super Bowl. I don't think that.
You don't think he's gonna? You don't think he's gonna? They're gonna get engaged. Like he's gonna have a ring and all that.
I don't see that.
With all those people watching and stuff.
I will say-
that's my
I think they'll
my
have
go-to.
that'll be another thing, another publicity later on.
I think
Nothing
you
bigger
have
than
to
the Super
have-
Bowl.
That'll be a great song, though.
You have to have a certain level of swag and status to propose to Taylor Swift. I think Kelsey probably has it, but
I think
I don't know.
I think it's gonna happen.
I don't know.
You kind of look like him a little bit, Daniel.
I greatly appreciate that. It's not true, but thank you.
It is. I mean,
Is it the size or is it the face?
It's-
Which one is it?
It's the face. to
Is
me.
it?
Yeah, and the
Okay.
haircut.
He doesn't have any.
everything.
He doesn't have any facial hair.
Yeah, the facial
Yeah,
hair.
but if
he's
you put
got-
if you put it on him, just
I
Yeah.
think he's probably bigger than I am. I don't know what he. But
That's a fact.
I'm gonna guess.
much.
Dude over here is daydreaming,
What?
right?
It's not much bigger.
He's like
He's
6'5",
daydreaming.
like 260 something pounds, man. What are you
6'5"?
talking about?
I think, but he's probably faster now. I'm gonna give him the speed, but everything else I got him.
What are you talking
Yeah, I
about?
saw
He's
you in
not that much
softball.
bigger.
I would say.
He's what,
probably
2 inches taller.
2 inches taller and a good, probably. I don't
Let's
know,
not talk
40.
about the weight at the moment. I hope he outweighs me by about 60 pounds come this summer, but or more. But
I don't get his stats right here.
I bet he's
another
about 6'4", 6'5".
another thing I just learned,
He
and
ain't
apparently
small.
this has been out there for a couple years, but I just learned it along with Tyreek Hill and some other. You do not pronounce their name Kelsey. Travis Kelsey, Jason Kelsey. That's not their name. It's
What is it?
Kells.
Is it really?
And he said, "Yeah, we just don't correct people. It's cool." Call us what you
I
want.
think I've even heard them on podcasts where like they called him out by Kelsey and
Yeah.
they go with it
He said they never correct people, but that's not their name. I just learned that this week.
because their last name doesn't have a Y on it, right? So
It would be like Kels. Kells.
Yeah.
Mm.
Or
okay,
something like that. It's not Kelsey.
yeah.
Anyway,
He's 6'5",
Thank you.
he's
trying to
got
get
me
a
by
weight
3
on.
inches.
Thank
Trying to
you.
get a weight on him, but it says 6'5", so he's probably 6'4".
Yeah. So,
Okay. That's-
2 real inches. He's got me. I am a legitimate 6'2". My 13-year-old son is a legitimate 6'1" right now. He's going to pass me.
Oh, without a doubt.
I'd say so.
It says he's 250 pounds.
He doesn't have me by much, but he's got me. He's got me.
Okay, I said they're about the same size, huh? It's dead on it.
I mean, 3 inches. That's not.
It is. That is
2 inches.
I will
That's
say
3.
2
He's
inches,
6'2",
and I don't
and
even
he's
know how. I'm not going to
3.
say how many pounds.
It's 3 actually because he's 6'2" and he's 6'5".
My media guide.
He's 6'4".
My media
I bet if he
guide
walked
would
in
be-
here, they'd be about the same size.
My media guide height would be 6'3", maybe 6'4".
Yes. Yes.
Media guides are inflated.
Yeah.
They are.
Well, we're dreaming about all this other stuff that doesn't work. Let's talk about some dreams. This has been a little topic we've had on the back burner for a while, and we could not think of anyone better to bring in than Russell Mundy. And
I got one big.
man
I
of the
got
hour.
one big dream.
he is. We're going to talk maybe about dreams like Martin Luther King Jr. I have a dream. You know, maybe you have that kind of dream or a goal, but we're going to talk about I go to sleep and I have some dreams. And we're going to maybe peek into the Bible a little bit about it. We're going to see if Ryan or Stefano can quote a Bible verse from memory tonight, too.
Probably not.
Potentially.
Can.
I might. Let's see.
We might be dreaming on that, too.
Can.
Day-
I've been
you
dreaming
daydreaming
about
on
that
that.
actually. I
So
have been.
here's a stat I heard. I brought no notes tonight because we were talking before we started recording. It's been a wild week plus for everybody, so I'm off the cuff. Russell did come prepared. I appreciate that. But do you dream in color or black and white?
I rarely dream.
Rarely dream.
Saw a stat about that.
Do you think you rarely dream or you just don't remember dreams? I guess you wouldn't know, but
I don't know. I can't remember the last dream I had.
just the last time you
But
had a
I
dream?
remember me dreaming, and the next morning I was like, "That was weird." But I mean, it's probably been 2 months.
I think I dream. I just like you, kind of like what you just said.
Yeah.
Like the next morning, I couldn't be like, "Oh yeah, this, and this happened."
All right.
Like I knew something happened. I knew I dreamt about something, but
Yeah. Maybe I just forget, but I mean, I'm pretty consistent at forgetting, I guess. That'd be weird if I forgot every morning. But I guess it's possible.
I
don't
think
know.
that's common. People say the same thing. I remember dreaming, but I don't remember my dream as soon as I wake up.
Yeah.
I don't remember. Russell, the other day we were talking. He said, I want you to know I've been writing down my dreams. I missed last night, but I've been writing some down. I was like, Russell,
Yeah.
going above and beyond over here.
Yeah.
So.
I don't have any. I don't remember any dreams as far as from the time you told us to start this. I've been trying to do that, but
If I don't write them down right at first, they're gone.
They're gone.
I can lose them. Yeah.
I had a weird dream last night, as a matter of fact, and I kind of woke up, but it wasn't time to get up, and I was going back to sleep, and I need to write this down, or I'm going to forget it, and I don't want to forget it. So I did. I took some notes on that dream. It was weird.
Nice.
You went back into it? Like when you went back to sleep, you went back
No,
into the same
no,
dream?
No,
Okay.
no. Once I woke up, I was just kind of half asleep the rest of the time
Gotcha.
until I got up. But
I remember one time being a kid, and I remember winning. Like in the dream, I won a bunch of money, and right before I was receiving it, I woke up, and then I went, "I gotta get back to bed, go to sleep." So I fell back asleep as quick as I can, and then I don't remember dreaming anymore after that. So I was like, "Man,
we're going to get to it eventually. I mean, I guess you just did telling the story. So here's a story of a dream I had. I was probably, 12, 13. I was at like a carnival or Six Flags or an amusement park, and I went and got an ice cream cone. And it was one of these like picture perfect ice cream cones, perfect scoop. And I was like, man, this is going to be so great. And I am starting to bring the ice cream cone to my mouth, and I was going to take like a big cartoon bite for some reason, but I, like big open mouth and chomp down on it. And as soon as I chomped down, I woke up. and I'm sitting up in the bed with like my hand right here, like I really had an ice cream cone. I said,
Oh my goodness.
and my teeth went together.
Wow.
Yeah,
It's pretty vivid.
it was very vivid. I mean, that was maybe the most vivid dream I've ever had because I still remember it. Any nightmares? Anybody have nightmares? Anybody have bad dreams?
I don't know if I'd call them nightmares. I remember. I mean, I've had multiple dreams where like, and maybe this is like a recurring thing, but I'm like on a roller coaster, and I get to like one of the first hills, and I see that like 3/4 of the way down the trail or the track, there's a part missing, and I know I'm gonna fall off at that point.
I'd say
and
it's a nightmare.
And as soon as you got to it, like as the part you're falling, I would wake up, and I've had that like at least 10 times in the last 30 years.
I want to go ahead and disappoint the listeners or viewers because we're not going to like break these dreams down and go into what they mean or anything like that. We're just going to tell you some
Just comment
stories about
below.
dreams.
Yeah.
We may do an episode number 2 where we break down some of this stuff, but we're not doing that today. We're just going to talk about some dreams.
Someone
loosely.
comment and tell us what these really mean.
I've
What's
had the
happening
roller
to us?
coaster ones where I do, but I can't remember like a roller coaster and just going around and like flying off, just in this like. But I don't know about me landing and dying or just the fact of like shooting off and then floating in the air, flying in the air, falling down, and I guess I might have woken up or something like that. I
Anybody,
used to have those when I was younger.
anybody have dreams where you're naked somewhere? I guess earmuff alert for kids.
Too late now.
Anybody ever have one of those nightmares, like where you're out in public naked or anything like that?
No,
Nobody
haven't
wants to
had-
share with the world.
haven't had that one.
No.
I've
nobody
never
wants to
had.
share with
I've
us. Like Daniel
I've
has.
thought about people that. I mean, I've heard people that have had dreams like that, but no, like you're standing up giving like a speech, and then you're,
Yeah, just
like,
out in public somewhere, like or a room full of people or whatever, and you're like, I got to get out of here. I have no clothes on.
No, I've not. No,
I've also had dreams where, maybe a nightmare, but it's like I'm an adult, I'm me right now, but something happens, and hey, you didn't graduate high school, you got to go back to high school and finish your senior year. And then I'm like, I don't remember how to do any of this, and I got to really go back, and I'm going to lose my job.
I done thrown the paper out the window.
That'd be under the category of nightmare, probably.
Yeah.
So a minute ago, you said something about do you see in black and white or do you see in colored? So did you see like the statistic on that?
I've heard one before. I didn't look it up again for this, but I heard before like 2 out of 3 people dream in black and white or something like that.
So what I found, and just so that I give people credit for what they've done, the U.S. National Library of Medicine said that
If you trust them.
yeah, right, said that 12% of people only dream in black and white. So majority of people basically,
Oh, I had it backwards.
yeah. So majority of people basically dream in color, but there is a very small percentage, 12%, that actually do black and white. And they said that the older you are, the less that number gets. So actually, the older you get, the more and more that people dream color.
Now, when y'all dream, can you remember right now what it looked like in your dream?
Oh, yeah, I can.
See, I can't. I don't know.
Depending on the drink. Sometimes I can't, but
I
yeah.
just know what happened, but I can't see faces.
Yeah.
I have no memory of a dream in my brain at all, which is strange. And I have like the same ones over and over. One, I didn't finish college. I keep going back, and I'm trying to.
So what?
I'm trying
what
to-
do you mean you didn't like? You're just trying to scramble to.
I
like,
found out that I didn't graduate, and I'm just like, what am I going to do? How am I going to do this?
Do you go back and take classes, or you?
No, I'm just panicked,
You're
which
just
means
panicked.
I'm just
I
when I
gotcha.
wake up, I'm just exhausted. It's like I didn't sleep at all. And then I have
So it's like when you're awake.
yeah, I feel more. I mean, when I
You're
dream, I'm exhausted, and about almost every night. I'm not every night, but I would say 50% of the time.
You dream every night too.
Oh, almost every 9 out of 10 nights. 9 out of 10 nights, I dream.
But you can't remember faces.
I
But
never, I never see faces. I just know what happened. I can remember what happened, but I can't.
You can't picture your dream.
So you
can't-
don't have
no.
people. So you don't the people. You don't know the people that are in your dreams.
I know the people that are in the. I don't know.
They just don't know.
I know the people, but I can't go back.
I got you.
And remember what.
So I think he's saying. So I had a dream last night that I'm going to tell in a second, and I can picture the dream, like I can replay it in my head right now, like a memory almost. But he's saying he can't.
Not usually.
He dreamed. Dreamed last night, but he can't picture it in his head right now.
But I do. And then the other.
But he knows what happened.
But you know what happened. Okay.
I know what happened. The other one that happened that I get a lot is we're going to a basketball game in high school, and I'm opening up my bag, and I don't have the right uniform in there, or I don't have my uniform, and I'm just panicked. Like, what am I? I can't tell you how many times I've had that dream, and it is just unbelievable how it makes you feel when you wake up. It's like you've been just tense all night long. It's crazy for no reason. There was never one time I didn't have my uniform with me, but I dreamed that over and over and over.
You guys ever dream that you're like a pro athlete or something like that, or you get in a game or something?
Not a pro athlete, but I have, I can pinpoint my dreams because I don't remember all of them, but I do remember that you've been in one. You and Greg have been in one, and we were playing back at Davidson.
Just in the game?
Yeah, but somehow we were all seniors. It was like senior night because they all announced us all. So we were the same age somehow.
That'd be awesome.
But did it at that time? Did it feel like it was legit? Like it was real? Like did you feel like? Did you know that you were dreaming?
When I do dream and I remember it, it does seem like. I can like pinpoint like who was in. I can see all the faces and everything, and I can remember it all. Like when I do, I guess maybe I do dream all the time, and maybe I just can remember some of them. But I can wake up and go like detail of who I was in it, what happened, and everything. So the dreams I've had, I can remember pretty vividly. Like the roller coaster, me falling out was like that. It was kind of like it was dangly. It was kind of like the Wild Eagle in Gatlinburg.
That's why he won't ride it anymore.
Going around that curve where you can go around and you can kind of see all of Gatlinburg, and I just
kept going.
Are you're talking about the one that goes up and then just drops?
No.
No, the Wild Eagle where your feet dangle and it takes you on that. And you going.
It's a hard turn.
It's a hard turn, but you can see all again. But just take off.
When y'all dream, do you ever just have random people that you have not even talked to or seen? Like sometimes there'll be people that I went to high school with that I haven't talked to, haven't thought about, and I'm just like, is there a giant wheel of people that I've met and it just spins? And you're going to be in this dream tonight. I mean, they just,
that just means that you haven't forgot them because obviously they're in your brain still.
Have you?
I probably have. I don't remember a specific dream, but I probably have.
Do you reach out to those people?
I don't.
Have you ever had a dream about somebody like random like that and like reached out to them or like seen them?
I had a dream about you last night. How you been? It's been 10 years.
But I've seen them and thought about
a random person like that, and you've seen them like less than a week of your dream, and you saw that person.
I wouldn't. No,
I got you.
I wouldn't. But it does make me wonder if anybody has ever had a dream about me
and seen you.
Well, it just kept it to themselves.
I got you.
Because it's so weird.
Well, everyone on the podcast that's listening, you need to comment in and let us know.
I mean,
I dreamt about us.
Any dreams about Russell, you can go ahead and tell them.
I don't think it's true. I don't think that. I'm sure it probably hasn't happened, but it's just something I think about.
I'll have a dream sometimes where it's like somebody will do something that's just totally out of their character. Like the person in real life that I know would do something. They're walking around stabbing people or whatever the case may be. I don't know, but I don't have a specific dream memory about that. I don't know where that came from.
Do y'all have dreams about like something that you? Because I remember like when like 9/11 had happened, like me going to sleep, and I like dreamt about. Do y'all have like stuff like that you can like watch or see and then have a dream about it? Does that happen often? I remember I specifically remember doing 9/11. I remember like it wasn't like planes crashing, but it was like me like in the military, which that's a stretch. It's a big stretch.
I
It was
may-
in like a war. Or
I may
something.
have. I mean, I know I've seen something happen that day or whatever, and had a dream about it. But I've also had the other side where something's happened. It's been a good day or whatever. And I'm like, man, I want to dream about that, or kind of relive it a little bit, and that never happened. If I want to dream about something, it never do.
I think I've dreamt like that before.
Yeah.
But it's never been like immediate.
Okay.
It's never been like that night or like
gotcha.
within that week. It's always been like a period of time, and then all of a sudden it's like almost like I had to relive it or something.
Was yours that night, Fano? Is that what you're saying, or around?
It was
that?
like close to like around that time.
That was high stress, high stress time.
What about? Have you ever had a dream so real that you were a little confused when you woke up and you're like, "What? Did that really happen or not?"
So would that be like I just wrote it down. Hold on. It was lucid. Is that right? Does that sound correct? Hold on.
Like a movie or TV show?
Dreaming, lucid dreaming. So it's dreaming and knowing that you're dreaming, but you feel like it's so real that you're thinking that you're awake.
I mean, I've had dreams before where
And I said that's the rarest.
it was
dreaming.
very like kind of that. I
Yeah.
kind of knew I was dreaming. I was like, this isn't real, but this seems very real.
Yeah.
And then I woke up and it was like a memory more than a dream. And I had to think about it. I had to process it like that. No, that hasn't happened, right? That was just a dream. I've texted people about it before.
Yeah.
Once or twice, but it has like
I've had a dream before where it's like obviously it's shorter because you're only dreaming for what 3-4 hours, like not even that. And
I think
so,
time is different though, right?
Yeah, I would think. Yeah. So, but like had a full day, like an event with my wife or whatever, and the next day asked her like, "Did we do X, Y, and Z?" And she's like, "I don't know what you're talking about."
Oh, that's spooky.
That is.
Yeah.
That's a good one, Ryan.
Yeah.
That's good.
And I'm
right
like, I
there.
could have sworn we went to the mall.
Lord, I
And
bought
she
you
was
something
like,
nice.
"Did I not go to the mall?" And she's like, "We didn't go to the mall." So,
Oh,
but yeah.
that's good, Ryan.
But I heard that was the rarest type of dreaming. So I couldn't find much other examples of different types, but I did find that it was the rarest.
Have you ever, your wife ever been mad at you in the morning?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's
That has happened to me before.
And I've been mad at her before too. Yeah. I have woken up and just like
hard time getting
one of
over
those
that.
one of those kind of like, man, you sure you didn't do that to me? You sure you didn't say that to me? No, I didn't.
So yeah, we had Christy one day. We get up and she's just in a bad mood. Little time, early in the morning. I'm going to give people their space, let them. And she just stayed in a bad mood for a while. And I finally was like, "Are you okay? What's wrong?" And she's like, "You did something in my dream last night, and I'm mad at you." And I said, it was a dream. Like that was not me. I know. I'm still mad. All right.
That's tough. That's tough.
Sorry about that.
Those are.
That is tough.
Yeah, that's a true life story.
Do y'all have like a trigger, like if you don't get a lot of sleep, do you dream more, or if you like sleep for long periods of time, doesn't matter on that? Have you ever noticed or anything? I haven't. I'm just curious.
I think I dream regardless.
Yeah.
Like I think I've gone to sleep really refreshed and like, all right, I'm going for the next day and
Yeah.
dreamt, and then the next, another time where I'm like just exhausted and
Yeah.
dreamt as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, we kind of talked about this in Sunday school a little bit. Like I wake up 9 out of 10 days. I'll wake up during the night.
Yeah.
But there's some people in our class that they go to sleep and they sleep the entire night.
Wow.
They never wake up, which is
I wake
Craziness.
up. I wake up.
think.
I wake up about 2 times a night.
and I just wonder what makes you wake. I mean, sometimes I'm not even dreaming. I just wake up.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, that's
Do you
so
go?
weird.
Do you go
So
right
weird.
back to sleep?
Most of the time? Most of the
Okay.
time.
I can. See, Lori can't. Like if she wakes up, sometimes like it takes her a while, like to go back to sleep.
Christy sometimes she'll
Yeah.
like I'll wake up. I do the same thing. I wake up all the time, but sometimes I'll wake up and just roll over, fall back asleep. But I'll look over and she's playing on her phone because she can't sleep or something.
Yeah. Yeah. Laura's that way.
But I never know what time it is. I don't have a clock in there. So
Oh, you
I
don't?
No, I don't
So
know.
this used to mess me up because I've always had an alarm clock right there by me and always had the time on it. But every time I would wake up, I would have to look and see what time it is. So that would mess me up. And then I'm counting, all right, well, I have this long until the alarm goes off all the time. So if it was a night where I woke up 4 times, I'm looking at the clock every time and I'm counting. And I'm more and more mad each time because I have less time to sleep. And so finally I did away. I don't have a clock right there anymore. Like I can't see the time.
What's y'all's alarm situation at your house?
It's my cell phone now. Yeah.
Well,
right there next
It's your own cell phone.
Well,
Yep.
Ashamed to say
it's mine or Grant.
My own cell phone.
Grant or mine.
Well, he still has real young kids. I mean,
Yeah.
y'all.
Grant
you all
rolls
have
Dawn
young
Dawn is my
kids.
alarm clock normally too.
Grant rolls in usually. I mean, sometimes
That'll go away.
I got it this last week when the first time in a long time I set my alarm. I found out I can't do that anymore.
snooze it. Snooze
No,
it.
no, she doesn't. Amanda does not want me setting an alarm ever. No, she hates that.
So
How do
how
y'all
do you
get
get up?
She sets hers.
Why doesn't she like you?
She doesn't like my. She doesn't like my.
It's just a
alarm.
tone.
It's
She
just
doesn't
a
like the
tone.
sound of it, or doesn't like that you're waking
It
yourself up.
made her so mad.
What's the tone? What's the tone?
It was just. Hers. I think hers is just on vibrate, and it wakes her up, and then she wakes me up. But I had to get somewhere early, and I wanted to make sure I was there. And boy, I'm gonna tell you what. I'm not gonna set my alarm anymore. If I'm late, if something happens, hey, I got it. Now, I will not be setting an alarm anymore. Okay.
So if you are expecting Russell for an early morning engagement and he's late, now you know why. He is not allowed to have an alarm clock.
All right, time out. Y'all done then? All right, Lily, if you just go sit over there in that chair, okay?
Hey, Becca, you have any dreams you want to come talk about real quick?
Not that I can remember, or that are probably.
Hope
Feel
we
like
weren't
we
rolling there. Lily,
I feel like we just missed out on something.
Lily, do you
good.
dream?
what did you dream about last night?
Do you have dreams at night? No dreams at all? You never remember a dream?
Did your mom dream? Has she ever told you about a dream?
You like to sleep talk, so I know you're dreaming about something. You just don't remember it.
Do you walk or do you sleep walk or sleep talk?
It's just sleep talks.
Sleep talk.
Just sleep talks. Yeah, I remember one time she kicked me because she thought she was trying to kick a horse. She was pretending like she was riding a horse and kicked me.
I think Dana sleepwalk.
And
I think.
yes, she was in our bed at the moment.
Talking about sleepwalking and all that kind of stuff. Any of you or your kids sleepwalk or have night terrors or anything?
Not that I know of.
No.
No, I mean Lily's had some issues when she was younger, having night horror dreams. I guess you say
Night terrors.
But she doesn't remember what happened. Like she's never been able to explain to us whatever. So
Ashlyn did when she was younger, like for like 3 years. Every night she was getting up. She was sleepwalking.
Really?
Not remember it. Yeah.
don't know.
Every single night.
I almost
Unless-
would enjoy having
Unless we
someone.
put her if we let her sleep in our bed, she'd
She
sleep
wouldn't.
through the night. But
Wow.
if she went to her bed, she was going to sleepwalk that night.
Did she ever?
I would
remember-
enjoy.
She would
someone.
carry on
She
the
ever-
conversation.
Oh, really? So she would come
could talk,
and
and
y'all.
she would not remember any of it.
But I mean, like, y'all would have a conversation with her, and would she talk? Like, would you know? I mean, obviously it's the middle of the night. You know she's sleep talking or whatever. But would the conversation almost be the same as like you knowing she's awake in the middle of the day?
No, I mean there were a couple times where it might be somewhat normalish, but by that time we knew.
Yeah.
But most of the time she was either scared or she would answer something like off the wall, or be talking about something off the wall,
Okay.
and like I gotta drive Carter to school. Like, Ashlyn, you're 7. You're not driving him to school.
Huh.
But she
Interesting.
had her tonsils taken out and adenoids and stuff taken out, and it stopped immediately.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Well, I'll be.
Huh.
So, like, she couldn't breathe well,
Yeah.
when she was sleeping, and she would just wake up and do all that.
Yeah,
But as soon as we took that out, it stopped.
I will say that if I like am like sick or I have to like take medicine or something like that, I'm more prone to dream during those times or not. I mean, if I'm like on any kind of like medication, like for a cold or something like that, I don't know why, but
Did
there's
any
a
of
chance
your
of me dreaming. I would.
any of your wives dream more vividly or dream different when they were pregnant?
No, I don't think so. And if she did, she didn't tell me.
Always about the same. She has detailed dreams all the time. So she's pretty consistent.
I don't remember Amanda's ever doing anything like that. I don't.
Christy had like crazy dreams when she was pregnant.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and just like more, they were kind of those like it seems very real dreams.
Yeah.
And there was one when she was pregnant with Ashlyn. She's like, I had a dream that somebody broke into the house and walked into the bedroom last night. I need you to put a bat next to the bed. I was like, that was a dream, right? She's like, oh, I know, but I'm going to sleep with the bat next to my side of the bed now. I was like, I got you. I don't know what she was going to do with that bat, but
Yeah.
she had it.
Oh, the bat was there for her.
Yeah.
See, Dawn would have been like, I had this dream about something, so the bat's gonna be next to your side. So when that happens, you're prepared.
No,
go take care of that.
I may not have been fast enough. I don't know. She's like, no, I got the bat next to me.
She'll take care of
I'm
it.
still going to call you, but I got a bat.
Yeah,
One of those deals.
yeah. Lily will tell you there's a bat sitting right next to my bed, huh?
For those of
Yeah,
you
no
who can't
comments.
see, which is
No
everybody,
comments.
but Miss Lily Gotro's off camera. Back
Hello,
there,
Lily.
just doing her thing. You want to come get on the camera for a second?
You want to come sit over? You want to come sit over here?
Oh, hey now.
Yeah, hop up there with your daddy. All right, Lily, if you got to pick what you wanted to dream about tonight, what would you pick to dream about?
Make sure you talk in the mic.
I have no clue.
No clue. We'll just pick what would be something fun to dream about. Would you want to dream about like ice cream or going on a trip or like riding a unicorn? What would you want to do?
You don't have a clue? You want to talk on this podcast all the time, and now you're speechless. Nothing.
Well, we've already made one of our dreams come true, putting her on the GPS to God podcast. So. All right, Russell, you wrote down a couple dreams. You
Yep.
got one you want to share?
Let's see.
Make sure they're age appropriate.
I got two that I want to cover real fast. One,
When were these? Can we
this
get
is
a time frame? of
These
when
are
these
this is
happened?
just one that I heard about,
Okay.
and then this is one that I wasn't the dreamer, but I experienced, and I'll get to that in a second. The one that I heard about was that the inventor of the sewing machine. Have y'all seen this ever before?
No.
He was trying to figure out how to do it, and he didn't know what to do. This is just something I heard. I didn't double check this one. I just heard this in one source, okay? He couldn't figure it out, went to sleep, and he was having a dream that he got attacked by a bunch of people that were stabbing him repeatedly, and in their spears there were holes. And that's where he got the idea to put a hole in the needle and run the thread through there. And he said he woke up, and in 5 hours he had finished the sewing.
Man,
All
that's
part of the
crazy.
dream said the guys told him that he had to have the sewing machine done in 24 hours. And so they were stabbing him like a sewing machine, he looked up, saw their spear, and that's where he got the idea
Saw the
to
holes
do
in the spears.
saw the holes, said I put the string
Man,
in
that's
there.
crazy. That's good. That's good.
So
That's crazy
May
right
want to double check that. Okay, now that I'm saying that might be needed to be double checked. But
I'm rolling with it. I'm
Daniel
good.
can just edit that part out if
Nah.
that's.
That's
if
it.
that's
What
if
are your
that's not
sources?
true.
That's amazing. Right
I'm
there.
not even gonna
If-
double check
If
it.
true, that's crazy, man.
It's been fact checked
Sounds like
already.
truth.
We're
Sounds like
rolling.
truth to me.
Good story if it's not true.
Yeah.
That is a good story. Pretty believable.
The second one. Now, this one's a little this is a guy that I used to. He still does work with me time to time. He lays tile, and we were doing a job, and he had laid the floor, and it just had a pattern. It was like big ones, medium ones, and small ones, and it was just a pattern all over the floor. And he did a good job, and he left, and I went in there and looked at it, and the last one right in the middle of the door, the very last one, he had put a medium one instead of two small ones. Okay, he did the whole floor, and the very last thing, he messed it up. Okay, so I knew it would be a big job to tear it out. So I just took it while it was still wet. I took it out, redid it, put two little ones instead of one big one.
Okay.
I was like, okay, he'll never even know. It'll be fine. And so he gets there the next day, and he says, I'm not going to do his voice. He said, Russell, did you do something in there to that floor? I was like, what are you talking about? And he was like, I was laying down last night. All of a sudden, I just sit up in the middle of the bed. I knew what I had done. And I'm thinking, how in the world is that even possible? That you knew that you hadn't done this? Did you? I'm assuming he dreamed that what he had done, and in his dream told him that he had messed up. It was one of the oddest situations that I've ever been a part of.
So he dreamed that
he left, and when he left, he didn't know that he had messed up. But his dream told him that he had messed up and laid the wrong pattern, that he'd done the wrong thing right there at the end. But then I guess he thought that it was not a real dream because I had changed it the day before. So that was
interesting.
That was very interesting.
You guys ever had like dreams where you like bounce around and it's unrelated stuff, but it's all one night? Like
it's one dream, but it's like multiple different scenes.
Kind of like one dream, but you're just like you're here doing this thing, and then the next second you're here doing this thing. That was me last night. So
I don't think I have.
I had it was a weird one last night, kind of a 3-parter. The first part, it's kind of like what Fano talked about earlier, some terrorist activity going on. So I was in a city, and there was like snipers shooting at people. So we're all hiding behind buildings and like running down the street, hiding behind cars and ducking. And I mean, I was pretty good because I never got hit, right? But all that, and then all of a sudden we kind of get to the edge of the city, and then it's kind of Ryan's hometown upbringing to swampland, like the city ends, and then it's like a swamp. So nobody wants to run through the swamp. So we're all just kind of right there, looking behind us, making sure nobody's getting. And then they're like, "Oh, here comes the bomb," and like they dropped a bomb on the city, and it's like whole mushroom cloud and everything. Like, of course, I looked at it, whole mushroom cloud, but I was like, "Oh, well, we're done for." Atomic bomb, here we go. But it was very small. Like, it just stayed small. Like, just one block.
It didn't spread.
It didn't spread through the whole. I'm like,
Okay.
all right, well, I guess we still need to go. Like, I don't want to stay here with the radiation.
That's smart.
So then we go, like, I'm walking through the swamp, like, trying to get away. And then I jump to Act 2, and I'm at a parking lot kind of place, and we're building our own motorcycles. And I built my own motorcycle.
But I mean, did you like walk through a door to this? Like, did you blink your eyes and boom,
Did
you
you
were
wake
somewhere
up?
else?
Did you?
I might have woken up.
Okay.
I might have woken up.
Okay.
But I'm in the swamp, walking through the water and like hopping on trees, looking for alligators and stuff. And then next thing I know, I'm in this parking lot building a motorcycle.
Did someone tell you to shoot them? Shoot them!
No, I didn't hear that. But building a motorcycle, and then we rate. Like, I get on it, and I was like, man, it works. It rides good. And then scene 3, I'm at like this big festival kind of place, and it's kind of like the Food Network or something is having a reality show contest where you have to cook this stuff. And I enter, it's like 100 people are in this contest, and I enter the contest, but I'm doing it just for the experience. I know I can't win. but something happens, and like the top 90 people drop out. They're like, we got to go. And they leave. And so then it's me and like one other person compete, and they move us up, and the cameras are there, and they're like, all right, crazy turn of events, but now we got Daniel facing off against whoever, and they're going for the grand prize in this tournament of whatever we were cooking. And I was like, I have no business here, but I'm about to win this money. Like, I'm about to be a champion and get this check.
He's
and
like, I'm
be on
making
the Food
spaghetti and
Network,
we're going to win.
and here we go. And then I woke up. Like,
Wow.
I was wanting to finish out that contest, and I woke
That
up.
is
I was
a-
like,
Were you tired when you got done with all that? Like, or do you not get tired from dreams?
sometimes I do. Last night I was not, but that that was a. And
That's a
I
lot
don't
of
know.
hopping. That's a
It
lot
was
of
a lot
hopping
of
around
hopping
right
last
there.
night, but that's why when I woke up, I was like, I need to write this down because I'm not going to remember. And so I wrote that down. But sometimes I'll like if I'm not sleeping good, I wake up a lot, but I dream that I'm still not sleeping. So if it's, just a night where I know it's a short night, or I'm just waking up all the time, I feel like I never went to sleep. So I'm exhausted when I wake up.
Yeah, that's the worst.
Do you ever like? I'm trying to think of how to explain this question. Like, you know how you whether it's a good dream or a bad dream, you always somehow wake up right before whatever the main event happens. Would you ever think that you're like, man, I just wish the dream would just go all the way through? Because I mean, obviously, we'd say like we'd only want that to happen for the good ones, right? Like if you're falling to your death, you don't want to see what happens afterwards.
Well, I sure wanted to win that cooking competition. last night.
Absolutely.
I heard somewhere like you can't. Nobody dies in their own dream.
I've
Okay.
heard that too.
Yeah.
Like if something happens, you get shot or you fall off a building or whatever. Like you don't die in your own dream. You're just like,
Yeah.
man, I just got shot, but
Right.
you don't die.
Have you ever Googled to see what other people dream?
Comment below.
No,
I
I
don't know.
don't know what
That's-
you're talking
I think
about.
that's pretty
What do you
real.
mean?
Like Google to see what like people Google to see like are people dreaming about falling off of buildings, or are people dreaming about like you Google to see what other if anyone ever has put comments out there about other things.
Like if you have a dream and you want to know if other people have dreamed the same
Yeah.
thing.
So I looked on Google to see what like the top 2 were that other people have dreamt about that I've Googled for it. And Lily, do you know what they are?
I
Could
don't
you
know, but
guess
she
one?
was very
I
in
know,
tune
I know
to
that's
what
what
you
I'm
were
saying. That's the
saying.
reason why I'm bringing her into it. So like the top 2 was
I would
the
know one.
Falling.
the first one
You know
was
one?
It's got to be falling.
so that's another trivia thing I want to do in a minute. But these were people dreaming about snakes, and the second one was
that
dreaming
make
about
sense.
losing a tooth,
What?
and it was
I
the
don't know
most
about losing
random
a
thing.
tooth, yeah.
About break. Yep. Go ahead.
I just lose a tooth right now.
Did you really?
Yes.
Let's see. Yep, you got no tooth right there.
You lost a tooth today?
Yep, lost
Oh
a tooth
my
today.
Brand
Nice.
new lesson.
Oh
Nice.
Let's go.
Nice.
Didn't even know you had a loose tooth.
I have had like part of my falling, and I guess maybe part of the roller coaster. I guess like when I'm falling, there's like a rope or something there, and I'm trying to like grab it, but I can't. I can't stretch my arm out to grab it. Like and I wake up and I'm kind of just. It's like my arms are like restrained.
Yeah.
But I'm just taking all I can. It's like during the dream, I'm like going, trying to reach out to it, and I can't. I
Like
do
you never get there.
right.
Yeah, I feel like I've
I
had
do
that
have that
with
consistent
quicksand.
where I can't like move. I'm
Quicksand.
trying to move with all it.
Yeah.
Like I'm trying to like roll over or something, and it's taking me. I just can't roll over or
Terrible.
stretch out to or reach out to it. It's like I'm kind of frozen. I do remember I have stuff like that. And that one is like reoccurring. That's something that I have. Like I'm not being able to reach out and grab.
I feel like this is, like Adam and Eve before the fall. I would guess they didn't dream. You know, you ever think about? I mean, seems like a non-perfect world thing.
Yeah.
They're not fun. Mine
Yeah.
they're never anything.
They're never
good. Out of
good.
me. No,
You never like won a bunch of money, going to like a fun.
no, they're always stressful. They always seem like they're stressful to me. Trivia time. He's got it.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah. Oh,
We're
so-
just handing Lily the phone to play some
Yeah.
games while she's sitting over there by herself.
No, so I found this map, and it was the United States broke into regions, and we're not going to go through all the regions, but we'll do the South just because that's where we are. But it said most common reoccurring dreams by region. So there's 5 right now for the South, okay? And all, like, basically just to let everyone know, almost every other region is almost identical, but they have a little bit of change. But anyways, so there's 5
How they get that?
5 different
Like,
answers that
report
you
your
can
dream
have
somewhere?
that are common reoccurring dreams that people have.
Well, you said snakes, right? Was that one of those?
So for
No.
weirdly, it's not
No.
the teeth. The teeth
Falling.
and this are not on there.
Falling.
So falling is number 1, and falling is almost number 1 for every region except for the Midwest.
What's that?
flat out there.
Well, I can't answer it just yet because it's on the other. It's on our list too.
Okay.
So you got falling. What other answers do you got?
Losing your job.
No.
I would. Well, let's go with the being in public with no clothes on.
No.
This is common dreams.
Common dream.
Per the region.
Going like having to go back to school, like we talked about.
So that's number 3. Being back in school.
Winning lottery.
No.
Is it like what we talked about earlier? Your wife getting mad at you for doing things.
No.
That's good.
I don't know of any
falling.
other
Alright.
common dreams.
Well, if you want me to start filling them in, I can.
Drowning?
Get- ooh.
That's a really, really good one, but it wasn't on there.
Give us number
Getting
5.
chased by a dog.
Number
Ooh, chased
5.
by-
So number 2 is
Lori
being
would hate
chased. Number 2 is being chased.
Yes.
So we got the top 3.
Yep. So number 5 is being unprepared for something or being unprepared for a test.
Yeah.
Well, you don't have any
And number
clothes on.
4, number 4 was flying.
Flying the fear. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Or not the fear.
Dreaming. No, not fear, but just, I guess, dreaming about. Huh.
I've had dreams before where I could fly like Superman. I think.
Oh, dreams of flying, not an airplane.
Not
Just
like
dreams of you,
Peter
like,
Pan
Okay,
flying.
Superman. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But
Huh.
yeah. All the other ones were the same. They're just in different orders.
Okay.
That's why I wasn't going to go through each region.
So what was the Midwest? What was their number 1?
Oh, Midwest was being chased, and then it was
chased.
like it was the same answer, just different.
like
in
Russell
different
said,
orders.
it's flat. If you get chased, you're gonna be chased for a long time.
Yeah.
out
I
there.
can see
Exactly
them.
what
They're
it
right
is.
there. They're right
Exactly
there.
what it is.
They're right there.
I'm done with all my notes, so she knows what games I have.
She probably doesn't like these games. But that's all right, Lily. I won't hold it against you.
If there's volume on, make sure the volume's off.
We want to hear
No,
what your
keep it
dad's
on.
got on there.
Keep it
yeah.
on.
Yeah, no, she'll be playing some kind of bingo game or whatever, and it'll be just it'll sound like Russell's phone alarm.
Don't bring that around Amanda.
Yeah, Amanda would not like that.
That's funny right there.
It was.
So I used
Probably
to.
not for you that morning.
I was always afraid of having a traditional alarm clock plug in the wall because what if the power goes out and I'm going to oversleep and be late for work or wherever I'm going. So I never liked those kind of alarm clocks. So I always kept a battery powered alarm clock because then I was like, power goes out, doesn't matter. I'm still getting up. I'm still good to go.
So I have a problem
And then
where
I switched to my cell phone.
Yeah.
if the next morning you're doing something that's like super exciting to you, you're ready for it to happen. I always get scared that I'm going to oversleep, so I set like 3 alarms,
Yeah.
and then I wake up like 30 seconds before the first one goes off. And I wake up and I'm like, I'm supposed to get up at 5 and it's 4:57. Why am I up?
I had a grandmother that she could get up at any time she wanted to.
With nothing? Like
With
no
nothing. She could just tell her what
Wow.
time. She could just tell herself what time to get up, and she would get up.
That's crazy.
That's a
the
superpower.
That is the truth. If
That's
you want,
amazing.
like if you want to get up early to go on a trip, they wouldn't set an alarm. She would just get up at the time.
That gives me anxiety right there by itself.
Well, that's a
does.
superpower. That's
Yeah,
That was
That's
amazing. That's a true story. I don't know how nobody knows
That
how
is-
she did it, but
that
she
is
would do it every day.
absolutely amazing.
She'd get up with it every time you wanted her to get up.
Wow. That's tough.
She had a
That's
clock.
good.
She had a clock in her brain somehow.
Welcome back, Lily. Welcome back.
You okay?
That's your dad's fault. I saw it. It's all right. We know it. We know it's his fault, Lily. I think we're gonna have to do a part 2 because we're gonna have to maybe get into some explanations of this and the Bible stuff. There are some dreams in the Bible too that
Yeah.
we didn't have time to really.
I got one
deep
dream
today.
that I want to get in on
But-
part one.
Let's get it.
Okay. This is a goal for this next year on GPS to God. A dream, you might say. Just watch the great movie. I highly recommend it. American Underdog. The Kurt Warner story. It's my dream to get him on this podcast.
There we go. Football season's about to be over. He's going to have some free time.
Yes,
I
he
think
is.
we can make it happen.
Yes. If you've got a connection to Kurt Warner, please email Daniel. Please comment below. Please tell me. We're gonna every time I come on here, if I ever get asked again, I'm gonna come and I'm gonna try to bring Kurt Warner with me.
Well,
Okay.
you are going to be asked again, maybe before we get Kurt Warner, but mailroom at gpstheguide.com.
Kurt Warner. If you haven't seen that movie, you need to watch it.
You love
It
Kurt
is a
Warner.
good. It
now.
is a good.
I love
movie.
Kurt Warner. Yeah.
It goes into a lot of detail because everybody knew back in the day when he made his way on the scene with the Rams. Everybody knew he went from bagging groceries to the NFL, but that doesn't tell the story. Like there is so much more to that story, and I would get the movie doesn't tell all the story, but it goes into a lot more detail.
Did you not like him before the movie?
No, I liked him.
You always liked him?
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Because a lot of people know because of the Titans and stuff.
That don't bother me.
Just
I never did because of that. I held it against him.
Wow.
When
I
the
mean,
Titans are in the Super Bowl, because they made a big deal, like his wife, and she had like the big bow on, and
But anyway, trying to get him on here, okay, was what I'm really hoping for. I want to see his picture right there on a giant TV that Daniel's going to roll in.
Is this on the
we'll
podcast?
find out.
We'll see. We'll see how it all edits together.
It's a dream.
It is a dream.
That's,
a dream.
Okay.
You're shooting.
I like it.
You're
I
shooting
like
for
it.
the
I didn't think of it
stars,
that way.
Russell. I
That's
thought you were
not
gonna-
a. That's not.
That's a star. He's on every week. He's on the
What's he
NFL
do?
Network.
What's he going to do after the Super Bowl? What's he got? I mean, come on. He's got time.
Studying up for the draft.
He's got time. He don't care
That's
about
like
the
a-
draft.
It's like a
Kurt
ma-
Warner does not care about the draft.
I mean, that's high profile right there.
Yeah.
That'd be the biggest star that we've had on this show by far.
We had Hugh Ross.
By far. No, not even close.
Had your boy Drew Maddox.
Mr. Ghost?
Please keep that in.
I like Hugh Ross. Hugh Ross is a. Let me tell you one thing. Spitting facts right here. Kurt Warner will be less decisive or divisive than
There
Hugh
you
Ross
go.
is.
Yeah.
Hugh Ross, people like him or not. There's been several comments that had to get the old delete button.
Really?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yikes.
I haven't heard that kind of comment.
How
in a
often do
while.
you look over the comments?
Well, I get notified anytime somebody post a comment on any video on our
Notification.
channel. So,
Eek.
but like anybody with a YouTube channel, you get notified, or you can turn it off, turn the notifications off. But there
I
are
never even
some
thought
that
about that.
I had to go. We're not going to have
People
that.
heard about what he did to us the first time
No,
around? Is that what it
no, it's-
was?
No, it's just people that
Beliefs,
don't like
I
him,
assume.
or have opposite beliefs, so
I
they
got
don't
you.
like him.
I can see with that. Yeah.
That'd be that he ghosted us real hard that one time.
Yeah,
Just left
turned
us,
into one of the greatest episodes ever.
just left us high and dry here.
Name the episode Ghosted.
But,
Y'all did an episode that night, though. I felt like that was a really, really good episode.
yeah, that's what we're talking about. The
Exactly.
ghosted
Absolutely.
We were high strung.
You were.
But dreams, we're dreaming big. Kurt Warner, he will
Kurt
be on a
Warner.
future episode. We can't tell you the episode number yet, but yeah, it's going to happen.
Gonna try.
It'll be a good one. Tune
That'll
in.
be a good
Biggest
one.
star ever from Phanos. What Phanos says.
Name one bigger than we've had on here.
So
James
we
Jones is on the
finished.
NFL Network too.
And I
Each
bet is that who the contact is? You thinking James might know Kurt?
Has to. They work at the same company.
I see where this is headed. Zach, it's
So while we do some planning on future
Shooting
episodes
for the
here, we're going to
stars,
go
man.
ahead
the
and
chain.
wrap this one
see
up.
The chain.
You're gonna
We end
ease
each
into it.
episode with a Bible verse Fano and Ryan and I are, currently memorizing the same chapter of the Bible.
You had to go this route.
Fano and I have we're down to single digits here. We a few hours away from having to recite ours. When is your?
Mine's Saturday.
Oh, so you're a couple days away still. So you got some
You got
time.
You got time.
So would either of you like to take a crack at
If y'all don't mind me,
1 Peter chapter 2, verse
If y'all-
1 and 2.
I'll be super duper slow, but I might
do
be able
it.
to get through it.
All right, this is
I can get it.
Fir-
But you can go ahead, Ryan.
1
I got
Peter
1 Peter
chapter 2,
chapter 2
verse 1 and 2.
1 and 2. So stay away from all malice and all deceit and hold on. And hypocrisy and envy and all slander. You can tell I haven't studied this at all.
You're doing good.
You're holding one of your
Doing
babies in your lap.
I know,
right now.
right? You might have to skip some.
One of your infants is
Right. Oh, yes. So
Like
like
little.
newborn infants, long
No, that's
two,
it.
no, long four,
what those babies drink.
long for pure spiritual milk that by it you may grow up into salvation.
Nice.
Whew, sorry, that was super long, but yeah,
Yeah.
Give you a preview for next week.
I know, right?
If
And then it goes to
indeed you've
4.
tasted that the Lord is good.
Yeah.
Verse 3.
Oh man.
3 and 4
Ryan
next
has
week.
Ryan has a couple days left.
Yeah.
Fun-
do.
Obviously, I got to study some more on that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Fun
good,
one.
man.
I'll be
Got
kicking
through
it
it, man.
off at 6:30 in the morning.
Bright and early.
You might have to zoom. They might have to speed that one up into like 1.5.
Yeah. We'll see. It's,
It'll be funny how it is.
yeah, it's good. So we're stretching the old brains a little bit, memorizing some scripture. So
Indeed. Long
It's a-
chapter.
Well, by the time people
20
get
some
to,
verses we're gonna tackle.
yeah, and imagine if I read it like that.
We'll take it all a little bit.
They're gonna let me go first. That's 7:00 in the morning. Well, time's up.
Well, Ryan went. I'll see y'all next week.
But we're glad that you all are with us. We're going to get ahead on some episodes here. Start releasing again. We're glad, man, it's always fun. We appreciate all of you listening and tuning in, and we do it for you. And you already know we love you. God loves you more. See you next time. Thanks for coming, Lily. Did you have fun?
Thank you for listening to GPS to God. Make sure you rate, review, and subscribe wherever you happen to listen or watch. And don't forget to turn on the notifications so you know when new episodes air.